Hi, my name is Ava, and I decided to reuse my discussion post on why electric vehicles are better than gas vehicles for the environment. When hearing about electric vehicles, I think of cars that do not require gas to run, but instead are reliant on energy and need to be charged in order to drive. I know that they are supposedly a lot better for the environment than gas-run vehicles as they produce much less pollution and fossil fuels. I was told one time that electric vehicles were actually worse for the environment based on how they were made, but I brushed it off as misinformation because I had heard so much more about why electric vehicles were so much better for the environment. The Environmental Protection Agency, otherwise known as EPA, addresses common misconceptions about why electric vehicles, emphasizing their environmental benefits and explaining why some myths exist. The article refutes the idea that electric vehicles contribute to more to climate change due to power plant emissions, highlighting that they typically have a smaller carbon footprint. It also explains why the belief that battery manufacturing makes electric vehicles less environmentally friendly is wrong. The article then talks about how over the vehicle's lifetime, the total amount of greenhouse gas emissions are lower than gas-ran cars. The EPA addresses concerns about the impact of increasing electric vehicles on the power grid, asserting that smart charging strategies can prevent overloads. Lastly, the article counters worries about limited charging infrastructure, showing how charging stations are becoming increasingly more available. The EPA confirms the safety of all electric cars, addressing how they meet the same standards as traditional vehicles while incorporating additional safety features. After reading about electric vehicles, my perspective on them changed in a positive manner. I already had the pre-received notion that electric cars were better for the environment than gas-run cars, but seeing a reputable source that specializes in the environment confirmed that made me confident in my original opinion. I learned about many misconceptions about electric cars and also learned why they were incorrect. Overall, the EPA's detailed information has not only positively reinforced my view on the environmental advantages of electric cars, but has also equipped me with a more in-depth understanding of the subject. The main reason I chose to take the stance that I did regarding electric vehicles is because it was easier to find information on why electric cars help the environment. I understand that just because there are more articles arguing one side of an argument doesn't necessarily make it true. However, the abundance of information supporting the use of electric vehicles made it easy and straightforward to build an argument talking about the benefits of them. Additionally, I did take an environmental science class in high school where we learned a lot about greenhouse gases and in turn electric vehicles. We mostly discussed why they were a better option than gasoline-powered cars and the impact that cars made on the environment, both electric and gas-run vehicles. On the other hand, some people may object to my argument and think that gas-powered vehicles are a better option than electric vehicles. The first reason one might disagree with my stance is because of the fact that electric vehicles are typically more expensive than gas cars up front. I will respond to this argument by showing more affordable versions of electric vehicles, like choosing a car like a Prius over a car like a Tesla. Additionally, buying a used car can significantly reduce the price and make it much more affordable. A second reason people may disagree with my stance is because charging stations to charge your car are much less readily available than gas stations. Although this is true, with the rise of popularity of electric vehicles, more charging stations are being made. Many people with electric vehicles also install a charging station at their home so they can easily charge their vehicle at home. Lastly, with either of these options, you will be saving much more money than if you were to be buying gas for your car over years in the long run. Lastly, some people argue that electric vehicles are in fact not better for the environment due to their production and how they are made, due to the mining of lithium and other metals to make their batteries. While this is true in the fact that producing them does put off fossil fuels, either way, in the long run, it ends up being better for the environment due to the charging versus getting the gas aspect, and more normalized electric vehicles become, the less fossil fuels are emitted due to cars.